morning, students. Now I am going to explain about atoms and atomic mass from the third chapter, that is atoms and molecules. Already we have discussed some of the topics like law of conservation of mass, like law of constant proportion and Dalton's atomic theory. We have already discussed. So now I will explain about atoms and atomic mass. So what are atoms? First we will discuss about atoms. See, when you are constructing one wall, okay, when you are constructing a building or a house, when you are constructing a wall, okay, see with what material we will construct the wall? Like cement, bricks, sand, water, isn't it or not? But what is the main thing that is made up of that wall? Nothing but bricks only, na? Here so many bricks combine together and form the wall, isn't it or not? So like bricks are we can say that bricks are the building blocks, isn't it or not? Bricks are the building blocks of the houses, isn't it or not? Means this bricks only will call it as building blocks. Means when we are go on joining one brick to another, like that only one wall will be constructed. Like this we will make so many number of walls, means then only we can construct one house or building, isn't it or not? So brick is the most important material for the construction of house, isn't it or not? So like how the bricks are building blocks of the houses, atoms, if we consider any atom, okay, so for example, if we consider any element, okay, so in that element so many atoms, atom is nothing but called as the building block of the element. Like how here bricks are acting, in the same way atoms also act as building block of element. So many atoms combined and form the elements. Understand? Now we have know that so many elements, isn't it or not? So hydrogen, oxygen, gold, copper, aluminum, zinc, iron, like that we know different types of elements or not? So all the elements are made up of the atoms. All the elements are made up of the atoms, okay. So if you want to write the correct definition of atom, an atom is the smallest particle. An atom is the smallest particle of an element that can take part in a chemical reaction. So if we are telling magnesium is reacting with chlorine, hydrogen is reacting with chlorine, so hydrogen chloride will form, magnesium chloride will form, like that we are telling na, nothing but in a chemical reaction what will react there? Nothing but the atoms of chlorine only will react there, that atoms of hydrogen only will react there. Understand? So an atom is the smallest particle of an element. This atom is the smallest particle of an element that can take part in a chemical reaction. Okay, they are very small in size. Atoms are very, very, very small in size. And some of the elements, atoms now, most very reactive. Some of the elements, atoms are very reactive and they do not exist in free state. Means like single atoms they will not exist. Always they will exist in combined form. Singly they will not exist. Always they will exist in a combined form, either with the same atom of same element atom, or with the different element atom. They will combine and exist in combined state. Most of the elements, only few elements only can exist in even in single atoms. Okay, so here if we consider the size, if to get the clear idea about the atom size na, if you are taking copper you know na, copper, and if you are keeping this copper atoms copper atoms, if you are keeping these many copper atoms, 35,000 atoms, if you are keeping in a which way, like this. Like this, if you arrange these many atoms, like see these many atoms, if you are arranging like this 35,000 atoms, now you know how much distance they will cover. They will cover the distance of 1 centimeter. How much distance they will cover? 1 centimeter, you know na, in our scale, see in your scale 1 centimeter distance will be there, very small, this much only, isn't it or not? So if you are arranging 35,000 means around 3 lakh, if you I want to see, mean 3 crore 50 lakhs. Okay, in exact figure if you want, means 3 crores 50 lakh copper atoms. How many? 3 crores 50 lakhs copper atoms you are arranging in such a way, one after another by touching each other. In this way you arrange 3 crores 50 lakhs atoms. How much distance they will cover? They will cover the distance of around 1 centimeter. So by this you can understand that how much big or how much small the atom is. Isn't it or not? They are very, 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 very small. Atom is very, very, very small. So this size, actually the size of atom is indicated by this radius. See, atom is always in circulars. So the size of the atom is indicated by measuring its radius. Radius, you know, na, in a circle, from center to the any corner, that one will call it as radius, isn't it or not? So this one is called as atomic radius. Always remember, the size of the atom is always indicated by its radius. Okay, so that radius will call it as atomic radius. Actually this atomic radius is measured in nanometers. Atomic radius is measured in nanometers. Do you know what do you mean by nanometer? 1 nanometer is equal to 1 by 10 to the power of 9 meters. Means around 1 nanometer is equal to, here downside 9 zeros will come. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if you will divide this one number with this one, okay, how much you will get? Like this, very 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like this you will get or not? Isn't it or not? Like this you will get. Means this much small the radius of the atom will be. See how many zeros are there? Around 8 zeros are there. Isn't it or not? So this much small the atomic radius will be. Clear? So like that we can calculate the radius of the atom. The atoms are very small in size, and atom only the smallest particle in an element, and that too it only takes part in a chemical reaction. Clear? Even we cannot see this atom, even with, we can't see even with most powerful optical microscope. Even we are unable to see these atoms. Even with most powerful microscope also we are unable to see these atoms. Actually we can see just see if we are using electron microscope now, then only the atoms will be just like bands. They will in your textbook given, see like this bands, it will be appeared, that atoms. If we will observe through the highly electronic microscope now, then some magnified images of tiny objects we can able to small objects will observe. So nothing but those only called as atoms. Okay, so highly electronic microscope will be required for watching these atoms. Clear? So here then atoms completed. Then we will study about what is atomic mass. What is atomic mass? Okay. Sorry. So atomic mass means here we are going to calculate the mass of atom. See here, now if anybody asks you what is your weight, you will tell 50 kg, 30 kg, 40 kg. But it is not our weight, it is our mass. Okay, so like that, even though atom is very small one, it will also have some mass or not? Yes, maybe it is very small one, but still it will have some mass. Okay, then at earlier scientists, what they have done to calculate the mass of atom? The size only very small one, isn't it? The size only very small one. So here how we'll calculate the atomic mass? So for calculating atomic mass, they have taken carbon 12 atom. To calculate the atomic mass, what scientists have taken? They have taken carbon 12 atom. So first we should know what is this carbon 12 atom. Carbon 12 atom means carbon will be having 6 protons and 6 neutrons. Isn't it or not? Carbon atomic number is 12. Nothing but atomic number 12 means it is having 6 protons and 6 neutrons. So its atomic number is 12. Okay, so carbon 12 atom is an atom of carbon which has 6 protons and 6 neutrons in its nucleus. Clear? So here we are taking, means we have assumed that, we have assigned that this carbon 12 atom as an atomic mass of 12 atomic mass units. 12 atomic mass units. See, remember that in olden days this atomic mass units as written as AMU. Okay, AMU, but nowadays it is simply writing as U. So we have assigned that is carbon 12, as it is having 12 means 6 protons and 6 neutrons in its nucleus. We are assigning that this carbon 12 atom is having atomic mass of 12U. Means here one small example I will tell you. See here, I want to calculate the 1 gram mass. I want to calculate 1 gram mass, but I don't know how much the 1 gram mass will be. So, but I am having one fruit. Some, let it be some mango I am having. Okay, so I know that its mass is 12 grams. What it is? Its mass is 12 grams. So 12 grams of mango it is. What it is? 12 grams of mango. If I want to calculate for 1 gram, okay, if I want to calculate for 1 gram, if I will do it, can I write 1 gram of 1 gram is equal to 1 by 12 grams of mango? Means, see here, this mango is actually of 12 grams. Okay, now I want to calculate for 1 gram. If I will do for 1 gram, if I will do this mango, see now I am telling this is of 12 grams. If I will cut it for 12 pieces, if I will cut for 12 equal pieces, each piece of 1 gram or not? Understood or not? Each piece of 1 gram. So with that one piece, can I calculate 1 gram? Means can I, if I equal this 1 gram piece, means if I am taking this 1 gram piece as my some reference, so I can calculate any 1 gram mass or not? Do you understand my point or not? Here I have taken one mango of 12 grams. Okay, 1 gram I don't know how much it is, but its mass is 12 grams I know. So if we measure, if we cut this mango into 12 equal grams, 12 equal parts if I will cut, so generally that one piece will be equal to 1 gram or not? Isn't it or not? So that's why what I am telling, if we will do that 1 by 12 grams of mango, if I will take this one part of that mango, one part of a mango I will take, and as these are 12 parts, if I will divide with 12, so automatically I will get 1 gram mass or not? Understood now? So here how we have calculated 1 gram means 1 gram means one part I will take, and I have divided that one with full 12 parts, then automatically we will get 1 gram mass. Isn't it or not? Like this is the example I am telling you. This is the example I am giving. So like that, here our scientists also what they have taken, this carbon 12 has taken as, they have assigned that this carbon 12 is having 12 atomic mass units. Okay, 12 atomic mass units. Then since it is having a 12 atomic mass units, one atomic mass unit is equal to what it will be? One atomic mass unit is equal to 1 by 12 the mass of carbon 12 atom. Understood or not? Here we are assuming that, or we are assigning that carbon 12 atom is having 12 AMU. So one atomic mass unit is equal to how much? If we will divide that with 1 by, means that mass of carbon 12 atom, if we will divide it by 12 parts, automatically we will get one atomic mass unit or not? Getting na? So that is the atomic mass of the, means one atomic mass unit is equal to 1 by 12th the mass of carbon 12 atom. Okay. So here actually the atomic mass of all the elements, whatever we are considering now, are determined just by comparing the mass of their atom. Comparing the mass of their atom with whom we are comparing? With the mass of carbon 12 atom. So here atomic mass unit is not exact one. Just we are comparing the mass of it, means comparing the mass of their atom, means whatever atom we are taking na, that atom mass will compare with the mass of the carbon 12 atom. So actual definition first I will tell. See the actual definition of atomic mass. The atomic mass of an element is the relative mass. See, it is the relative mass of its atom. Relative mass of its atom as compared with the mass of a carbon 12 atom taken as 12 units. So this is the exact definition of atomic mass of an element. The atomic mass, this atomic mass, the atomic mass of an element, okay, is the relative mass, not the exact mass. It is the relative mass of its atom. Means whatever atom we are taking, relative mass of its atom as compared. We are comparing with whom we are comparing? We are comparing with the mass of carbon 12 atom. We are comparing that atom mass with the mass of carbon 12 atom. That too, that carbon 12 atom is already, we have, for how many units we have taken? 12 units. It is just comparison. It is not the exact. Okay, it is a relative mass. Clear? So here means to get more idea na, one example I will tell. For example, if I am taking magnesium. Do you know magnesium atomic mass is 24U. What does it mean? 24U means one atom of magnesium is 24 times heavier. 24 times heavier than 1 by 12th of a carbon 12 atom. So if we are writing any atomic mass, any element atomic mass, what is the atomic mass of magnesium is? Means one atom mass of magnesium is 24U. 24U means what does it mean? It is 24 times the atom of whatever magnesium atom will be there na, its atom mass is 24 times more. Okay, we are telling it's a relative mass, isn't it or not? So this 24 times more than the 1 by 12th of a carbon 12 atom. Clear? So like that, if I am telling some carbon is 12U, what does it indicate? It is 12 times heavier. The mass of carbon atom is 12 times heavier than the mass of 1 by 12th of carbon 12 atom. Clear? So here the present standard for the atomic masses is carbon 12 atom, which has been assigned an atomic mass of exactly 12U. Clear. But after that, after conducting so many experiments, scientists have calculated carbon 12 atom mass is 1.9926 into 10 to the power of 23 grams. So after means at starting they have assumed like this, okay, assigned like that, but after so many years technology is changing, so after some years they have said that carbon 12 atom is having the mass of 1.9926 into 10 to the power of 23 grams. If we will divide, okay, so this is this one. If we will divide that one with that one by 12, then exactly we will get 1 AMU is equal, that is our this one na. 1 AMU is equal to 1 by 12 into mass of carbon 12 atom. So after some few years they have calculated carbon 12 atom mass is 1.9926 into 10 to the 23. So 1 AMU if we will divide with by 12 means then we will get AMU value or not. So after dividing it with 12, so we got exact value, that is 1.6605 into 10 to the power of minus 24 grams. So 1 atomic mass unit is equal to how much value? 1.6605 into 10 to the power of 24. So this one you have to remember, okay, 1 AM. So by using this value we can find the actual mass of any atom of any element, isn't it or not? So we know what is 1 AMU value, nothing but one atomic mass unit we came to know, isn't it or not? So with this, if I want magnesium, if I'll multiply with that 24, I'll get the atomic mass of 24, isn't it or not? So like that, if we want to calculate the atomic mass of any element, we can able to calculate now. Okay, so this is about the atom and atomic mass. Clear? In next class we will discuss about molecules and molecular mass. Students, up to here make the notes and read the lesson thoroughly and don't waste your time. Okay? Thank you.